Hi, my name's Dave and welcome back to 1 Acre in the Napa Valley for episode number 5, grafting. Today is Tuesday, December the 7th, and as you can take a look here through the vineyard, we've pretty much gone into dormancy. We've had some cold weather over the last few weeks or so. So the whole grafting process is actually going to start here in the Oak Knoll district, even though we're going to be taking the cuttings here for the vineyard up in Yountville. So as you can see, some of these shoots here, like I've got right here, have these little tags on them. And what I did was, while there was fruit on these over the summertime, I went through and I individually selected each one of these that I wanted to use to propagate the new vineyard. So you can see this shoot here, this is a nice healthy shoot, must be 6 or 7 feet long. And what we're going to do is we'll take a section of this, and then that way we can take some of the buds off of it. Each of the buds are at this point here, so we'll cut a piece of that out so we have maybe 6 or 7 buds or so. This piece here, we'll cut this shoot off right at this point. Nice solid one there, and let's pull it out. Now usually what you need is several inches below the first bud that you're going to use, so that we have that there. We'll just leave this piece on just to keep it in place, and then we'll go up maybe 2, 4, 6, maybe 7 or 8 buds, and we'll cut this one out here, and then that will give us the buds that we need in order to do the grafting. And I'll keep taking a few more of these. This one here will do the same thing. Usually bundle these up in about 20s as we take them up to the nursery. Get this one out of the way. Here's another nice one that we identified. And again, each one of these had some specific characteristics on it that will make it real good to use for propagation. So pretty well got this done. I'll go ahead and take the rest of these cuttings off, and then we'll go and bundle them, and I'll show you how we package them for the nursery. Okay, so we've got the cuttings that we've been making out there. You can see them, keep them on the table. And what we're doing is I usually like to package them in about 20s or so, just when I take them to the nursery. Put about 100 in a bag at a time of the different cuttings. And so I'll tie these together, and that way it's a little easier when they get to the nursery. So I've got all those, and then I usually give them a little bit more buds than, of course, I think they're going to need. That way they can, and we can be kind of selective with them. Then I'll take all of these and we'll put them in a larger bundle, and then what we'll do with this is we'll actually get it moist before we take it over to the nursery for the grafting. That way they'll be able to keep them, because what we'll do at the nursery is we'll keep them there for a couple of weeks in a cooler, and that way they'll be able to just drop into dormancy even to a greater extent. So now that I've got them all bundled in one, it's important because they'll sit in a cooler for a little bit to give them a little bit of moisture. So I'll use the hose here and just kind of give them just a little bit of wetting down. Keep the cuts nice and moist. Not that we're soaking them completely, but just enough to give them a little bit of moisture. And then after that, what we'll do is slide a plastic bag over them, and then they'll sit in the cooler with the bag on them for just a little period of time. See if we can get all their little arms in there. They're a little longer than one bag will hold, so we'll put one on the other side also, and then that way they'll be nice and packaged when we get them into the cooler. So we'll get the second bag over these. That'll cover them from both ends. And it'll hold the moisture in that's already in there. That way they'll sit nice and moist in there. So we've got them all bagged up from both ends. Set them up on our bench here and get them wrapped with the same identification tape, so when I get them over to the nursery, we'll be able to know which ones, or know which baby is ours, be able to identify it that way. As you can see, I've got 3 packages of these that we'll be heading out with. So there they are, all the cuttings are taken. We've got 3 bundles of these, and we're going to get them up to the nursery tomorrow morning, a little late today. So we'll see you in just a little bit up there.